Hello students, welcome you all guys, welcome you all to the Entry app. And in this schedule, we are going to discuss the complete general aptitude for your GATE exam guys. First of all, I am Ankit Sharma and I will teach you the complete general aptitude for your GATE exam. Whatever the general aptitude we are going to discuss guys, it will not only be sufficient for your GATE exam, but also it will be very helpful in all the exams whatever you are going to take after your graduation. Either it is PSUs exam, state PSUs exam, your campus recruitment exam, and in GATE exam as well. In all those exams, wherever aptitude will be asked guys, this aptitude is going to be very helpful. So if we talk about our GATE exam guys, so let's have the GATE exam pattern. The GATE exam pattern, I think we all know the maximum marks are 100 marks in the GATE exam. And if I talk about the number of questions in your GATE exam, there are 65 questions in your GATE exam, and out of these 65 questions, 30 questions of 1 mark and 35 questions of 2 marks. So I think we all know about this. 35 to the 70 and 30 into 1, 30, 30 plus 70, 100 marks, total 100 marks are there. Now guys, if I talk about the type of questions, so there will be 3 kind of questions guys. MCQ question with 33% of negative marking, numerical answer type question. In this kind of question you will not have negative marking, and one more kind of question has recently been added. That is what guys? That is MSQ question. That is MSQ, multiple selection questions. So all these 3 categories will be discussed by us with the respect of general aptitude as well. Okay. So guys, if I ask you what is the PAR score in GATE exam, many students have this doubt, many students have this query. Sir, what is the PAR score so that we will get from the GATE exam whatever we want from the GATE exam? Okay. So many students will think like, if we are able to qualify, if we are able to get 5 marks or 10 marks more than the qualifying marks, then we will get whatever we want from GATE exam. No guys, you have to do amazing in the GATE exam. You have to score extraordinary in your GATE exam guys, if you want to have the good admission, if you want to have good college for MTech, if you want to have a direct call from PSUs, if you want to have the direct admission in the ISC, then you have to score at least guys, at least 70 marks out of 100. If your branch is mechanical, then do +4 or +5, okay? Because in mechanical branch there is a lot of competition. It is 70 marks guys. So we should target 70 marks students. You should target 70 marks out of 100 marks. And what should be the strategy to score these 70 marks students? What should be the strategy? Sir, you have to score out of these 15 marks, the 15 marks of general aptitude guys. If I look at the breakup of these 100 marks, like 13 marks will be asked from engineering mathematics. 15 marks, as we have discussed already, 15 marks will be asked from general aptitude, and the remaining 70 to 72 marks in some branches. What will happen, like CS now, like it will be more than these marks, but 13 marks will be here, 15 marks of general aptitude, and 70 to 72 marks. Nowadays it is fixed, like 72 marks will be for core subject, will be for technical subject. Okay. So technical subjects will be asked for 72 marks. It is fixed now. So how I can score 70 marks? What should be the strategy? What should be the approach to score 70 marks guys? So out of these 28 marks guys, these 28 marks are the gifted marks. If you have the good command on engineering mathematics and general aptitude, then definitely you can score maximum out of these 28 marks. So guys, if you want to get 70 marks, then you have to score, not you have to, you should score 25 marks out of these 28 marks. Guys, then only you will be very comfortable, in getting 70 marks. Okay, like remaining 45 marks, 5 marks can be easily, not easily guys, remaining 45 marks can be scored out of these 72 marks, which is not that much easy, but it is not impossible or very difficult. Okay, it is difficult guys, but it is not that task that we cannot score even this. Okay, you can score 45 marks out of these 72 marks, then only you will be able to get 70 marks if you are getting 25 marks out of these 28 marks. So this should be the correct approach to score maximum in your GATE exam. 90% students each and every year, they are doing what guys? They are focusing only on these 72 marks, and they are ended up like 72 marks if they have given each and everything to these 72 marks, no time for engineering mathematics and general aptitude, and they are ending up like 50 marks, 48 marks, 45 marks, which is also a good score, which is not at all a bad score, but they are ending up in getting the admission in NITs only. Okay, so what they have done, they have put all their effort in these 72 marks only. Okay, so you can't ignore these 28 marks. If you want to do amazing in your GATE exam, you have to score 25 marks here out of these 28 marks, and these engineering mathematics and general aptitude will decide you are doing good in your GATE exam or you are doing excellent in your GATE exam. Okay, so I think the importance of engineering mathematics and general aptitude is very clear to all of us guys. So let's start guys. Subject matters we have discussed already. General aptitude will be asked for 15 marks and engineering mathematics will be asked for 13 marks, and 72 marks will be asked from the core subjects, and there are 8 to 10 core subjects you can have. Clear? It will vary branch to branch. So I hope it is clear to each and every one guys. Let's move to our subject, that is general aptitude guys. Students, one thing I want to tell you, whatever the general aptitude concept we are going to discuss, it will be in most amazing form, and I guarantee guys, I am not assuring you, I guarantee you, you will not have a single doubt regarding the concepts that we are discussing here. And one more thing guys, these concepts will help you immensely in your all the entrance exam or competitive exam, whatever you are going to take after your GATE exam. So whatever the kind of question, whatever the concept that we are going to learn, I guarantee you, you will never find these questions and these concepts in any of the GATE lecture. I guarantee you guys, I challenge you, you will not find these questions on any platform, on any free platform. You will not find these questions or approach or the concept that we are going to discuss. So it will be very amazing one. Let's start guys. So the first topic that we are going to discuss in general aptitude will be the number system, and this topic is known as the fundamentals as well. Like fundamental concepts of numbers will be discussing in this topic. So what is number system? We are starting from very basic guys, but I guarantee you, when we will finish this topic, I challenge you guys, the concept, the approach that we will learn here, you will never find on any of the platform, and amazing content we are going to provide you guys. Attend all the lectures and I guarantee you, you will not have a single doubt. What is number system guys? What is number system? There are so many things in number system. It is, in fact, it is a very lengthy topic as well for your GATE exam. And what is the importance of this topic, guys? What is the importance of this topic? This topic in many set of 2018 or 19 or 20, in many sets number system has directly been asked for 2 marks, and in some of the shifts it has been asked for 3 marks. Like out of 10 questions of general aptitude, 1 question of 2 mark and 1 question of 1 mark has also asked in many of the sets. So 3 marks has been asked from this topic in many of the sets of the GATE exam, guys. That's why this topic is very, very important. Sometimes a whole subject that we learn in the core subjects, guys, will not give you 3 marks, because many times it will happen like if I talk about mechanical branch, like engineering mechanics, like initially it has been asked for 1 to 2 marks only, or 2 to 3 marks only, or even in many sets there was no question from that subject. Similarly, in control system last year, guys, if your branch is EC, guys, only 3 mark or 2 mark question has been asked in EC or IN paper. Okay, so here a single topic can give you that much marks, that whole subject will give you in core subjects. I am not talking about all the subjects, I am talking about exceptions only. Okay, now guys, so that's why the topic is very, very important. So let's start with the numbers, guys. What are the numbers, and what is the relevance of these numbers with our general aptitude? We will learn in this. If I talk about the first kind of numbers, I think we all know those numbers. The first kind of numbers are natural numbers. I think we all know these numbers. Natural numbers. What are the natural numbers? I think, sir, it is very basic thing. Natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. All the positive integer up to infinite, it will be a natural number. Okay, so I think we all know this. All the positive integers will fall in the category of natural numbers. Bolo yes or no, guys? Now students, if I talk what is the sum of first n natural number, it is very, very basic thing. I think we all know. Students who is thinking like very easy concept, sir is telling, have patience, you will get the never seen before concept. I guarantee if you have completed the general aptitude from any other platform also, you will never get these concepts whatever we are discussing here. Sum of first n natural numbers, sum of first n natural numbers. What is the sum of first n natural numbers? I think we all know these. I think we all know the formula. If I am having the n terms, like 1 plus 2, 1 second, 1 second, guys, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and so on. If I am having n terms, guys, if I am having n terms, 1 second, if I am having n terms, then the sum of these n terms will be equal to n into n plus 1 upon 2. So I think we all know this formula. This is very basic formula. If we don't know then we must know this formula. The sum of first n natural number will be n into n plus 1 upon 2. For example, if I ask you, what is the sum of this series 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and so on up to 200? 1 second, up to 200. So, however, we can find this sum with the concept of AP as well, but let's understand the easier approach. What will be the sum of first 200 natural numbers what is the sum of like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 and so on up to 199 plus 200. So I think we all know here the n represents what, guys? Here the n represent what? N represent the number of numbers, number of terms. You can write number of terms. N will be equal to number of terms. Number of terms. There are 200 terms in this series, guys. There are 200 terms in this series. So my sum of first 200 natural numbers will be equal to, with the help of this formula, I will write 200 into 201 whole upon 2. I think you all are very clear. 20,100 will be the correct answer because it will get cancelled for 100 times. So I don't need to add like 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15 and so on up to 200. What I will do? I will put the value of n in this formula, and this formula will give me sum of first n natural numbers. Sum of first 200 natural number will be 20,100 only. So I hope it is clear, guys. Now students, very basic thing we have discussed, very basic thing we have discussed. So many students are like very easy things are explaining by sir, but students, please wait, have patience. In the next 15 or 20 minutes we will start the extreme level of questions. Have patience. Now students, if I tell you, students know this already, like 1 plus 2. One second, guys, let me change the ink. If I tell you 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and so on up to n terms, sir, we have written already, that is n into n plus 1 upon 2. But what if I ask you sum of first n natural even numbers? Now guys, it is very important things. These things have been used in the GATE question, directly used in the GATE question of 2 marks. Okay, sum of first n natural even numbers is what? So if I talk about sum of first n natural even numbers, what will happen, guys? 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 and so on. Now guys, I am talking about the sum of first n natural even numbers. So my natural numbers are starting from 1 only. So I am counting only even numbers. That's why I am adding 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. Students, a very important category will come after these basics will be covered. That is finding the nth term. You have to identify the nth term. So here I will observe first term is double of 1. Second term is double of 2. Third term is double of 3 because it is nothing but 2 3 are 6. It is nothing but 2 3 are 6. It is 2 4 are 8 and so on. So my nth term is what, guys? My nth term will be twice of n. I hope it is very clear to you. It is very basic thing that I have explained here. 2 4 6 8. Because if I am counting only natural even numbers, then each and every number will be twice of its place. If it is first place, it is 2 into 1, second place 2 into 2, third place 2 into 3, fourth place 2 into 4, and the nth term will be twice of n. That's it. I have to find out the sum of this, guys. So if I take 2 common over here, if I take 2 common, it will be like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and so on up to twice of 1. If I take 2 common, n will be inside the bracket. Now guys, you will say, sir, this is something that we know already. Bolo हाँ या ना. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to n. Do you know guys? This is the basic formula which I have done here. N into n plus 1 upon 2. So here it will be like, here it will be what guys? 1 second. Here it will be twice of n into n plus 1 upon 2. N into n plus 1 whole upon 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So my sum of first n natural even numbers is nothing but n into n plus 1, where remember my words, n is what guys? N is not the last term, n is the number of terms. Bolo yes or no guys? I hope it is clear to you guys. N into n plus 1 will be the sum of first n natural even numbers. And if I ask you what is the average, if I ask you what is the average of first n natural even numbers, what is the average of first n natural even numbers guys? So if I ask you what is the fundamental formula for average, the students will tell, sir, average we all know from the 5th class, sum of all the terms upon number of terms. Sum of all the terms upon number of terms is the fundamental formula of average. So if I apply that formula, like sum of n natural even numbers upon number of terms is n, then you will say, sir, the average should be n into n plus 1, because what is the sum of first n natural even numbers guys? The sum of first n natural even numbers is n into n plus 1, and if I divide this by n guys, you will ended up with n plus 1 only. So in many exams you will find this kind of question, what will be the average of first 51 natural even numbers? What will be the average of first 51 natural even numbers? So if you don't know, then you will calculate something. But if you know what is the average of first 51 natural even numbers, you will say 52 only. Bolo yes or no? In just 5 seconds you can finish this kind of question. N plus 1 will be the average of first n natural even numbers. So I hope it is clear to each and everyone guys. Let's move to the next slide. Now guys, so sum of first n natural numbers are very clear. Sum of first n natural even numbers are also clear. So let's have an example of for even numbers. For example, if I am writing this 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 and so on. These are question, no? These are question. What will be the sum of this series? What will be the sum of this series? However, many student knows what guys, they know we can apply the AP as well, but let's go with me guys. These concepts will help you immensely. Have patience. Now guys, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 30 and so on up to 30. So here my sum of first n natural even numbers was nothing but n into n plus 1. So here students, can you try? Just pause the video and you should try. What is the sum? So many students will ended up with what guys? They will ended up with 30 into 30 plus 1. But it is not 30. N is what guys? N is number of terms. N is number of terms. So here in this series we are not having 30 terms. In this series we are having only 15 terms. Bolo हाँ या ना? Because in the previous slide beta, in the previous slide the last term was twice of n and the number of terms was half of the last term. Bolo हाँ या ना? So इसीलिए students, that's why what will happen here? What will happen here? Sir, here 30 is representing what? Sir, 30 is representing twice of n. So twice of n equal to 30. That's why n equal to what guys? 15 only. So sum of this series will be what? 15 into 16 and the sum of this series will be nothing but 240. I hope it is clear to each and everyone. So a very silly mistake that students can do, that is what guys, they will put n equal to 30, but you have to identify the value of n. N is representing the number of terms. So first term is double of 1, second term is double of 2, third term is double of 3. So 30 will be there. 15th term, because double of 15 will be 30, so that's why n will be equal to 15 here. So the sum of these 15 terms will be nothing but 240. I hope it is clear to each and everyone guys. So let's have a different slide. If I talk about, it is very important whatever we are discussing on this slide. If I talk about what is the sum of first n natural odd numbers, sum of first n natural one second guys, odd numbers. I am talking about the odd number guys. It is very important. Okay, it is very important. What is the sum of first n natural odd numbers? The odd numbers are what guys? Odd number, one is the first odd natural number, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 and so on. Here also you have to identify the nth term guys. Here you have to identify the nth term, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 up to and so on. So you will say what guys? You have to observe over here. I will let you know how it will be observed. Okay. So here my first term is what guys? 2 minus 1. Bolo हाँ या ना. My second term is what guys? 4 minus 1. My third term is what guys? It is 6 minus 1. Bolo हाँ या ना. My fourth term is what guys? My fourth term is what? It is 8 minus 1. It is 8 minus 1. So my nth term should be what guys? My first term is 2 into 1 minus 1, second term is 2 into 2 minus 1, third term is 2 into 3 minus 1, fourth term is 2 into 4 minus 1. So my nth term should be 2n minus 1. I hope it is clear. Where n is what guys? Where n is a natural number. And n is representing what? N is representing the number of terms in this series. So I hope it is clear guys. Number of terms, n is representing the number of terms in this series, and 2n minus 1, one second guys. So if I separate all the positive term, it will be like 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 and so on up to I am separating all the positive term and all the negative term. So it will be 2n over here, and now I am segregating all the negative terms. So you will say minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. Bolo हाँ या ना. Up to n terms. अरे बोलो हाँ या ना students. So student, do you know what is this? Sir, this is something what that we have discussed on the previous slide. That is n into n plus 1. This is nothing but sum of first n natural even numbers. That we know sir, n into n plus 1 and minus 1, sorry, if I have taken minus common over here, plus 1 inside in bracket. So it will be 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to n terms. If I am adding 1 plus 1 2 times, it will be 2. 1 plus 1 plus 1, it will be 3. Sir, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. If you are adding 1 for 4 times, it will be 4. If you are adding up to n terms, so this sum will become n only. I hope it is clear to each and everyone guys. Now if I solve this, it will be n square plus n minus n, and an n will get cancelled. Ultimately n square will be the sum of first n natural odd numbers. I hope it is clear to each and everyone. N square will be the sum of first n natural odd numbers, where remember guys, n is not the last term. N is what guys? N is the number of terms present in the series. Let's have a question based on this. If I tell you, find out the sum of this series 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 and so on up to 47. So we know what is the sum of first n natural odd numbers. We can identify this is the series of first n natural odd numbers. It is not 8, it is 5 guys. No, it is 5 now. It is 5. Now students, sum of first n natural odd numbers will be what? N square. So many students can do a mistake, like they will assume 47 square should be the correct answer, but students of my class are very clear. They know guys, it is 47, it is not n, it is last term. And last term is what guys? Last term is 2n minus 1. The nth term of this series is 2n minus 1. Bolo haya na. So 2n minus 1 equal to 47. So n is representing the number of terms. So you will say sir, 2n equal to 47 plus 1 48. So n will be equal to 24. I hope it is clear to you guys. So here 24 terms are there in this series. So my answer should be what guys? My answer should be n square. So 24 square will be equal to 576 is the sum of these 24 terms. I hope it is clear to each and everyone guys. Like if I tell you what is the sum of this series 1 plus 3 plus 5, you will say there are only 3 terms sir. There are only 3 terms. The sum should be 3 square. You can check 3 square is 9. 1 plus 3 plus 5 is also equal to 9. Bolo hayana. Like I have taken only 3 terms in this series. Now students. So I hope to this point we are very clear. Let's have the next slide. So I am writing all the formulas again here. One thing we have missed over here guys. Like if we know the sum, can you tell me what is the average? The average of first n natural odd numbers. Average of first n natural odd numbers is what guys? It is again sum of all the terms upon number of terms. So you will say n. In many exam, in many railway exam or SSC exams, this kind of question has been asked. What is the average of first 22 natural odd numbers? So answer will be what guys? 22 only. Bolo haya na? Are bolo yes or no students? What will be the average of first 123 numbers? 23 natural odd numbers. What is the average of 123 natural odd numbers? So answer should be 123 only. I hope each and everyone is clear and we are not having a single issue because each and everything has been explained over here. So I am writing all the important formulas here, like it will be a revision for us. What is the sum of first n natural numbers? N into n plus 1 upon 2. Here what guys? Sum of first n even numbers. You will say, here you have to add a term here beta, that is natural. Here also natural. N into n plus 1 and here what guys? N square only. So I hope we all remember these 3 basic formulas. Let's move to the next slide guys. So these are the basic questions guys. One minute. So let's have these questions guys. The sum of the first 50 natural number is what? So I think this becomes very easy for us now. First question. Sum of first 50 natural numbers is what? So you will say 50 into 51 upon 2. I hope it is clear guys. 50 into 51 upon 2. If I solve this, it will get cancelled for 25 times. My final answer should be 1275. So I think we all can calculate this. The sum of the first 40 natural even numbers is what? The number of terms are 40, that is given here guys. Sum of first 40 natural numbers. So in this case, the question is what guys? My first 40 natural numbers will look like what guys? 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 and so on up to where guys? If there are 40 terms, my last term should be what? My last term should be 80. This will be equal to, but the value of n is given in question. Bolo haan ya na? Here there are 40, the last term will be 80 and there are 40 natural even numbers. So last term should be twice of 40. That's why 80 I have written here. But we know the formula n into n plus 1. So I am putting the value of n over here. The value of n is 40. 40 into 40 plus 1, 41. So that's why guys, my answer should be 1640. I hope it is clear guys, like very basic question it was. The sum of first 23 natural odd numbers is what? The sum of first 23 natural odd numbers is what? Then you will say guys, if there are 23 natural odd numbers, you don't need to write this. I am writing this, why guys? Because I want to explain like basic things you must know, na? Basic thing you must know. That's why I am adding this whole things here. You can start your solution from here only. 40 into 41 upon 164 is equal to 1640, because the value of n is already given in the question. Similarly, the sum of the first 23 natural odd numbers is what guys? So I am doing the solution only here. 23 natural odd numbers like 1 plus 3 plus 5. Student, no, the answer should be 23 square only. Bolo haan ya na? You know na beta? That is 23 square will be the correct answer. But for your better explanation, I am adding this so that you can visualize what are those 23 numbers. So you will say, and so on, my last term should be 2n minus 1. My last term should be 2 into 23 minus 1. That is 46 minus 1, 45. These are the first 23 natural odd numbers. I hope it is clear guys. So my answer should be, we know the formula, that is n square, so answer should be 23 square. Answer should be 23 square. That is 529 only. That is 529 only. Now the last question is, what is the average of first 76 natural odd numbers? Beta, can you tell me, if I want to have first 76 natural odd numbers average, I must know the sum. The sum is what guys? The sum will be 76 square, because question is asking about the odd numbers. For odd number, the sum is what? Remember guys, we are only talking about the first natural even numbers and first natural odd numbers. So they have to start from 2 and 1 only. Even numbers will start from 2 and the odd numbers will start from 1 only. Now guys, if 76 natural odd numbers are there, then you will say, sir, we know the average, the fundamental formula of average of first n natural odd numbers, that is n only, that I have derived, n is square upon n only. So that's why guys, we all know the correct answer for the previous question was 76 only, because 76 numbers were there, the value of n is given. So 76 should be the correct answer. So I hope it is clear to each and everyone guys. Very basic things we have discussed. Now I will tell you why I am explaining this. Has GATE ever asked question from these topics? Yes, definitely guys. Let's have the GATE question of 1 mark from 2013. It is a GATE question guys. There was nowhere written like what will be the sum of natural numbers or odd numbers. These kind of things were never written here. The question was, what will be the maximum sum of 44, 42 and 40 and so on up to question mark. That's it. So this question has been asked in your GATE exam, and now students will say, sir, where natural numbers will be used or not, how it will be stacked to us. So let's understand, guys, understand the explanation only. Student, you should pause the video, and you should try this question. You should try this question for 30 seconds or 40 seconds or 1 minute only. Please try this question by pausing this video. Now I am not stopping here only. Okay, what will be the maximum sum of 44, 42 and 40 and so on up to question mark? So guys, if I write this series 44, 42, 40 and so on. Beta, if I want to have the maximum sum, one thing will strike in your mind, that number of terms are not given here. So what I can do, sir, instead of putting comma between them, I am adding again like this, 44 plus 42 plus 40. So here we all can observe here that series is getting decreased by 2 and 2 and 2 and so on. Bolo haya na. So next term should be after 40, the next term should be 38. So if I imagine in this series, since number of terms are not given there, in this series, if I add the next term, that is 38, the sum of this series will get increased, because if I am having only these 3 terms, my sum is 126. But if I add 38 over here, my sum will become 164. If I add one more term here, my sum will become 200. If I add one more term here, my sum will become 34. So once you add the term in your series, your sum is getting increased. Bolo haya na. So that's why, guys, it will increase up to plus 6 up to plus 6 plus 4 and last plus 2. After plus 2, if you add 0 in this, the sum will not be impacted. Bolo haya na. If you add the next term after 0, minus 2 will be there, minus 4 will be there, minus 6 will be there. Once I am adding the negative terms here, guys, you will observe. Now if I am adding these negative terms and if I am finding the sum of this series, you will say minus 2 and minus 2 will get cancelled. Minus 2 and minus 2 will get cancelled. Minus 4 and minus plus 4 will get cancelled. Minus 6 and plus 6 will get cancelled. So once I add the negative terms in my series, once I consider the negative term in my series, my sum of series is getting start to decrease. Are bolo haya na students, yes or no? My sum will get decreased if I add the negative term. So to maintain the maximum sum of this series, what I should do? I should maintain only positive term in my series. I hope it is clear, guys, because on taking the negative term in my series, my sum is getting decreased. So to maintain the maximum sum in my series, my all the terms should be positive. Are bolo haya na students? I hope it is clear. So my last term will be plus 4, up to plus 2 I will go, and up to this only my sum of series will remain maximum. After this, my sum will start to get decrease. I hope it is clear, guys. So now what I can observe here, what we can observe, sir, this is nothing but it is starting from 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 and so on up to 44. Students, is it sum of first and natural even numbers? You will tell, yes sir, definitely it is 2 plus 4 plus 6 up to 44. It means, students, how many terms are here? Students will say there are 22 terms. because 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 and so on up to 44. So 44 will be nothing but 2 into 22. We know the nth term of n natural even number, first n natural even number, it will be twice of n. So twice of n equal to 44. You can write like this as well. A very basic thing. This is a formality that I am doing here. N equal to 22 only. So if n equal to 22, guys, my sum will be what, guys? Do you know what is the sum of first n natural even numbers? You will say sum is nothing but sum of first n natural even number that we have understood beta n into n plus 1, 22 into, once again, 22 into 23. My correct answer will be 506 only. N into n plus 1, value of n we know 22 and 22 plus 1 23. 22 into 23 will give you 506 as your correct answer. So it was a GATE question that has been asked in your GATE exam, guys. So very basic things we have discussed. Very basic question for 1 mark has been asked. Let's move to the next question, guys. Now. This was a question from GATE 2020 from civil branch for 2 mark. This question has been asked. Can you try this question, guys? If these concepts, these easy concepts that we have discussed can give you 2 marks beta, then you will have the idea how important can be these concepts and these important formulas that we are learning, and how important can be the general aptitude marks. I think you have the idea now, because it is a 2 mark question. 2 mark question can be the most difficult question of your GATE exam, because the maximum mark limit of for any particular question in your GATE exam is 2. So if the examiner is setting that kind of question which has never been made yet, for that question also the limit is 2 marks, and for this question also this is a 2 mark question. Clear? So that's why, guys, this is the importance of general aptitude. This is the beauty of GA. Like very easy concept can give you 2 marks. The ratio of the sum of odd positive integer from 1 to 100 to the sum of the even positive integer from 150 to 200 is what? Guys, very easy question this is. However, you can do this question by some other methods as well. But students, we are learning these methods, these concepts. So we are doing the question which are based on the application of the formula that we have learned. Okay, that's why you should go like this. You can use the AP as well. Okay, you can use the arithmetic progression as well. We will learn those concepts as well. No need to be panic, guys. Don't think like we can do like that now. Why we are doing like this? By this method, you will be more convenient. It will be less time consuming. Okay, so the ratio of the sum of odd positive integer from 1 to 100 to the sum of the even positive integer from 150 to 200 is what? So guys, let's have the question once again. Let me. I have added a slide, guys. The ratio of the sum of the odd positive integer from 1 to 100. Okay, it means what I need to find out? Sum of odd numbers from 1 to 100. So I think we all know from 1 to 100 how many odd numbers are here. Sir, 1 to 100 there are 50 odd numbers, 50 even numbers. Bolo hai na? So if I count only odd numbers, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 and so on up to 99. Bolo yes or no, guys? Because 99 is the last odd number which is just before 100. So I hope it is clear, guys. Bachcho, can you tell me what is the sum of this series? You will say, sir, this is the sum of first n natural odd numbers. This is the sum of first n natural odd numbers. If it is a sum of first n natural odd numbers, say, sir, this term is representing 2n minus 1. Here I must know what is the value of n. here. However guys, by common sense you know there are 50 terms, yes or no? By common sense you will observe there are 50 terms, but I am proving, like mathematically I am proving my last term is 2n minus 1, it is equal to 99, so my n should be equal to, twice of n should be equal to 100, n equal to 50. 2n equal to 100, so n equal to 50. N equal to 50. Now students, if n equal to 50, we know what is the sum of first n natural odd numbers. We know the formula, sum of first n natural odd numbers will be equal to n square, that is 50 square, that is 2500 only. So the first thing in the question, we know guys, what is the sum of the odd positive integer from 1 to 100? We have come to know that it is nothing but 2500. Now the second thing is what guys, the sum of the even numbers from even positive integers from 150 to 200. So ultimately what I need to find out in this question guys, I need to find out in this question, like simply question is asking this 1 plus 3 plus 5 and so on up to 99, and all the positive integers between what guys, not between, from 150 to 200, from 150 to 200, it means 150 plus 152 plus and so on up to 200. Why I am including 150 and 200 guys? The word is very important. Question is saying from 150 to 200, it means I will add 150 as well and 200 as well. So my numbers will be 150 plus 152 and so on up to 200. But if in the question there is a word that is between guys, between 150 and 200, then it will be like 152 plus 154 and so on up to 198. So from and to, both limits will be inclusive, and in between guys these two limits will be exclusive. I think it is very obvious thing. You must know these things. I will not let these things here guys. I will erase these things. Very basic things I have explained here. Now guys, so this we know already, that is 2500 that we have proved. Whole upon. Bachcho, can I write this? Okay, I am writing here guys. 2500 whole upon. Can I write like 1 plus, not 1 guys, I am writing only even numbers. So 2 plus 4 plus 6 and so on up to 200, and I am subtracting what guys? I am subtracting what? I am subtracting these number 2 plus 4 plus 6 up to 148. Sir, why you are maintaining like this? But I think 99% students will be agree with me. You all can start your solution from this step only. Bolo हाँ या ना? Yes or no students? From this step only we can start our solution, because we know 1 to 100 there are 50 natural odd numbers. 50 natural odd numbers means the sum should be 50 square. And the remaining this line we can maintain by our common sense, like from 150 to 200. So I am doing what guys? I am adding first 100 natural numbers, natural even numbers, and I am subtracting the numbers. I am subtracting the numbers from 2 to 148 only. So what will remain guys? The number in the sum I will have 150 plus 152 plus 154 and so on up to 200 only. So why I have maintained like this beta? Why I have maintained like this? One second. Because now I can apply my formula. Sir, my formula is what? Sir, there are 100 numbers. So there are 100 numbers now. So 2500. Sum of first n natural even number is what, guys? N into n plus 1. I think you remember this, guys. Now guys, 2500 whole upon, there are 100 numbers, so my sum should be 100 into 101. You should not have a single issue in this, because you must know that the last term is 200, even number series, so last term should be 2n. 2n equal to 200, it means n equal to 100. My formula is n into n plus 1, that's it. And similarly here, how many terms are here? You will say my last term is 148. My last term is representing the form of twice of n, where n is the number of terms. Bolo yes or no? So twice of n should be equal to 148. So n should be equal to 74. So that's why, guys, minus 74 into 75. Student, you must know the sum of first n natural even number is n into n plus 1. That's why I have told you, guys, these easy concept has already been asked in your GATE exam for 2 marks. Okay, and you can observe here these simple concept we are using in solving the question of 2 marks. Okay, now guys, if I will solve this, what I will have, students? 2500 minus 2500 whole upon 10,100 minus 74 into 75. What is 74 into 75, guys? It is 5550. If you multiply 74 into 75, you will have 5550. So when I will solve this, I will have 2500 whole upon. Sir, if I subtract now, I will have 4550. So question is asking about this ratio, guys. The ratio will be 0 and 0 will get cancelled. My answer should be 50 upon 91. So 50 upon 91 should be the correct answer for this question, students. So this was a GATE question. I hope you all are very clear. My correct answer was option C, guys. Option C was the correct answer. This is how the easy concepts can give you 2 marks in your GATE exam. That's why we are learning these easy concepts. Okay, so let's move, guys. Let's move to the next concept. Now, guys, what is we are discussing some basic series, guys, like sum of natural number. So 2 very basic series that we have learned in 9th or 10th class, that is AP and GP. And however, only 1 or 2 question has been asked from these concepts, but you must know what is AP and what is GP. And I think you already know these. But if you don't know, no need to panic. We are learning each and everything is here. So let's discuss AP in very brief, guys. There is arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. If I talk about AP, guys, I think we all know in AP the common difference is same. If your series is getting increased by a particular number, if your series is getting increased by a particular number, not only increase or decrease. Clear? If your series is getting increased or decreased by a particular number, then it will be AP. So if my first number is A, my second number should be A plus D. The difference between these 2 terms, like second term minus first term is D. So the same difference should be maintained here, A plus 2D. A plus, one second guys, A plus twice of D, then A plus thrice of D, and so on. Here what I can observe, the difference between two terms like A2 minus A1 is D, and A3 minus A2, A3 means third term, A4 means fourth term, A3 minus A2 is also what guys, D, A4 minus A3 is also what guys, D. So since this common difference is same, this is known as common difference, it should be same guys. Common difference we can observe in this series, it is same. That's why it is AP, it is known as AP if your common difference is same. So here guys, you will say the coefficient of D in first term is 0 because A plus 0 into D. That's why D is not here. In the second term, the coefficient of D is 1, A plus 1 into D. In the third term, A plus 2D, the coefficient of D in the third term is 2 and the coefficient of D in the fourth term is 3. So coefficient of D in the nth term should be n minus 1. Students, is this clear guys? The nth term of an AP will be equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. By observation, we have observed this. By observation, we have observed this guys. A plus n minus 1 into D, that's it. So An equal to what guys? An is equal to what? A plus n minus 1 into D, where An is the nth term of this series, where D is common difference and n is what guys? N is what? N is not last term, n is number of terms. I hope it is clear guys, n is number of terms. I hope very easy things these are, and these all things are very clear to you. Let's move to the next question guys, next slide only. Now guys, if I talk about the basics of AP guys, so we have observed what is the sum of, what is the nth term of an AP, we have observed A plus n minus 1 into D. But if I talk about the sum of n terms of an AP, what is the sum of n terms of an AP? So there was a formula in our 10th class, very basic formula. It can be proved as well, but I don't want to waste our time. Okay, the formula whichever I am proving here guys, bachcho listen me very carefully. The formula whichever I am proving here, I am not showing that I know the basic. I am explaining only those formula which can be used and which has been used in your GATE exam while solving 2-mark questions. Okay, I will let you know whatever the approaches, whatever the mathematical operation we have used in explaining a formula, that will be used in our 2-mark GATE question as well. After some time we will do those questions. So sum of n terms of an AP is what guys? N by 2 twice of A plus n minus 1 into D. It is the sum of n terms of an AP, n by 2 twice of A plus n minus 1 into D, where A is what guys? A is what? Sir, A is what? A is first term, that we have missed here. A is what guys? A is always first term. I hope it is clear guys. A is nothing but first term, n is what? Number of terms, and D is what? Common difference. Common difference is what? A2 minus A1 or A3 minus A2 or A4 minus A3. It cannot be A5 minus A6. It should be A6 minus A5. I hope it is clear guys. So n is number of terms. If I split like this is a fundamental formula. I think many students know this already guys. Like guys, if I ask you Sn equal to n by 2, if I split this A plus n minus 1 into, if I am splitting 2A as A plus A plus now you will observe I can split 2A as A plus A. So this will be my first term, and if I am having n terms in this series, I am having n terms in this series, that's why I am finding the sum of n terms. So you will say, sir, it is first term, it is last term. Bolo haya na student, it is the nth term of the series. So that's why guys, sum of an AP will be equal to n by 2 into first term plus last term. First term plus last term. And here guys, if I am having n by 2 first term plus last term, and if I ask you now, what is the average of an AP? Average of an AP. What is average of an AP guys? Average of an AP is what? Sir, fundamental formula of average is sum of all the terms upon number of terms. So here what I will have guys? The fundamental formula is sum of all the terms. So I am writing sum of all the terms n by 2. First term plus last term, because this is sum of an AP. Are bolo bachcho haya na? Yes or no? Sum of an AP is n by 2 into first term plus last term. If I divide this series, if I divide this sum by n, my n and n will get cancelled. My correct answer should be first term plus last term upon 2. Is it clear guys? First term plus last term upon 2 is the average of an AP. This will be the average of an AP. For example, if I am writing an AP here like 5 plus 11 plus 17 and so on up to 605. Up to 605. What will be the average of this series? So you will say, sir, it is getting increased by 6 only. The common difference is same, 11 minus 5, 17 minus 11 and so on. So what is the average of this series? You will say first term 5 and last term 605. The sum of these two terms upon 2, 305 will be the average of this series. I hope it is clear to you guys. 5 plus 605. is the sum of 605 whole upon 2. So you will say 610 whole upon 2, and that will be equal to 305. It is plus guys, it is not 2, it is plus. So this is how we can find the average of an AP guys. Average of an AP will always be equal to first term plus last term upon 2 of any AP will give you the average of an AP. Let's move to the next question, which is a GATE question of 1 mark guys, which is a GATE question of 1 mark. What is the average of all the multiples of 10 between 2 and 198? It is an actual GATE question guys. It is an actual GATE question. What is the average of all the multiples of 10 between 2 and 198? So now you will say between 2 and 198. What is the multiple of 10 guys? Sir, 10 is the multiple of 10, 20 is multiple of 10, 30 is multiple of 10. It means the number which is divisible by 10 are the multiples of 10. Bolo haan ya na. So you will say the multiple of 10 between 2 and 198. The multiple of 10 between 2 and 198. Sir, first multiple of 10 after 2 will be 10. Second after 2 will be 20. Third after 2 will be 30. And so on. So you will say the multiple of 10 between 2 and 198. What is the multiple of 10 just before 198? You will say 190. And question is asking about the average of these numbers. Question is asking about the average of these numbers. Bachcho, students, is this an AP? Bachcho means what guys? Bachcho means students. Clear? Is this an AP? Yes sir, this is an AP. Bolo haya na. Because the common difference, sir, common difference will remain constant. 10, 10, 30, 40, 10, again 40, 50, 10, again 180, 90, 10. The common difference is same. Sir, common difference is same. It means it is an AP. And what is the average of an AP guys? What is the average of an AP? You will say the area of an AP will be first term plus last term upon 2. So my correct answer should be what, guys? 100. 100 was the correct answer, and I hope you all can do this kind of question in less than 20 seconds. Just read the question and tick the answer. That's it. Okay, so it was a 1 mark question in your GATE 2015. The 100 was the correct answer for this question. Let's move to the next concept, guys. That is GP. Like in AP, guys, only basics we have covered. Okay, like if I ask you about GP, guys, I think we all know the full form as well. What is GP? Geometric progression. Geometric progression. Geometric progression, that is GP. Now, guys, what will happen in GP? How it is different from the AP? Because in AP a certain number is adding, and here the series will get multiplied with a certain number. For example, if first number is A, then the second number will be AR, the third number will be AR square. Here you will observe A has got multiplied with R, so it will become AR. Again it will multiply with R, so it will become AR square. Again it will multiply with AR cube, sorry, R, so it will become AR cube. And next term will be AR to the power 4. So here you will observe first term, in the first term the power of R is 0. In the first term the power of R is 0. In the second term R is to the power 1. In the third term R is to the power 2. In the fourth term R is to the power 3. In the fifth term R is to the power 4. So in the nth term R is to the power 5 only. So in the nth term I have written only 6th term here, that's why I have made a mistake. Now, so the nth term will be A into R is to the power n minus 1, that's it. A into R is to the power n minus 1, because we can observe in the first term R is to the power 0, in the second term R is to the power 1, third term R is square, fourth term R cube, fifth term R is to the power 4. So in the nth term the power of R should be equal to n minus 1 only. I hope you are very clear. So that's why nth term of a GP an will always be equal to A into R is to the power n minus 1. It is A, guys. A into R is to the power n minus 1. It is nothing but the last term of a GP, the nth term of a GP. And where A is what, guys? A is nothing but the first term, and R is what, guys? R is nothing but the common ratio. Common ratio, first term and common ratio. This should always be equal to A2 upon A1, which will be equal to A3 upon A2 as well, A4 upon A3 as well, A3, and so on, ultimately An upon An minus 1. I hope it is clear to each and every one. So this is nothing but GP. Here is numbers are getting multiplied with a certain number, and that number will remain constant throughout the AP, that is nothing but R. Now guys, do you know what is the sum of GP, guys? What is the sum of GP? If I ask you, tell me the sum of GP, sum of n terms of a GP, or you can simply write sum of a GP will be equal to what, guys? So very basic formula there was, that is nothing but A into R is to the power n minus 1 upon r minus 1. This is when guys, when r is greater than 1. R is greater than 1. Then we will use this formula. But if r is less than 1, then we will use which formula guys? Then sum of GP will be equal to, which is same as this, like if r is less than 1, it means it will be negative. So I will take minus common if in upper bracket I am taking minus common, so it will become 1 minus r to the power n upon again minus common in denominator 1 minus r, minus and minus will get cancelled. Are bolo हाँ ना? So ultimately my formula will be what guys? A into 1 minus r to the power n upon 1 minus r, where n is number of terms and r is what students? R is common ratio. I hope it is clear guys. A into 1 minus r to the power n upon 1 minus r, A is first term, n is number of terms, r is common ratio. This will give you the sum of GP if there are n terms in the GP. Now guys, if I tell you sum of n terms when r is, one very important concept is there beta, sum of infinite terms. Sum of infinite terms. Sir, when we will calculate the sum of infinite terms, let's observe here. So sum of infinite terms we will calculate only when mod of r is less than 1. Mod of r, it is very important guys, mod of r is less than 1. It means this value will be between 0 and 1 only. I think it should be very clear guys. Like since it is a mod now, so it cannot be negative. So better you can write like 0 r like this. R is greater than 0 and r is less than 1. In this case only we will calculate sum of infinite terms. Sir, why we are calculating in only this? Beta, if your r is greater than 1 na, if your r is greater than 1, then your sum will be what guys? Okay, let's take one example. 4, 12, 36, 108, 324, 972 and so on. So here you will observe my first term is what guys? My first term A is 4 and R is what guys? 3. R is what students? A is 4 and R is 3. R equal to 3. So if I am calculating the sum of infinite terms, it is quite obvious the sum will become infinite because this series will go on and on. If I am counting infinite terms, I will get infinite in this series as well. Bolo yes or no? Why guys? So I can put in formula as well, like sum of n terms of a GP will be A into A is 4, okay, I am putting here 4. 4 into 3 is to the power infinite because there are infinite terms, minus 1. What is 3 is to the power infinite guys? What is 3 is to the power infinite? Infinite is 3 is to the power infinite will be infinite, infinite minus 1. It will remain infinite. That's why if r is greater than 1, we will not calculate the sum of infinite terms. I hope it is clear to each and every one students. So now students, sum of infinite terms we will calculate only in which case, one second, only in which case when r is greater than 0 and r is less than 1. For example, if I am taking a case over here, sum of infinite terms, so my formula will be like A into 1 minus r to the power n upon 1 minus r, where n is what guys? Infinite. Now let's understand this concept very clearly. I am writing here only sum of n terms right now. If I am having infinite terms and my value of r is between 0 and 1, any number you can take. 0 and 1 means it is a proper fraction, it will be less than 1, like 3 by 4 it can be 1 by 4, it can be 1 by 3, it can be 71 by 73, it can be 10893 upon 11,1343. It can be any number now, but the numerator should be less than denominator, then only it will remain less than 1 and greater than 0 only. Okay, so these are the example of R for which we can calculate, for which we will calculate what, guys? Okay, for which we will calculate the sum of infinite terms. So here, guys, I am taking a term here, like first term is 3, then 1, then 1 by 3, then 1 by 9, then 1 by 27, then 1 by 81, and so on up to infinite terms. If I am calculating what, guys? If I am calculating the sum of this series, the sum of infinite terms of this series, now what will happen? Let's understand this very clearly. Like sum of infinite terms I am calculating, I am using this formula only, a into 1 minus r. What is a, guys? A is 3. Okay, I am writing 3 over here. I am writing 3 over here, beta. Three. 1 minus, what is r, guys? What is r? R is 1 by 3. R is what, guys? R, you will observe here, R will be a2 upon a1, it will be 1 upon 3. Here you also can observe, you can calculate from any two numbers, it will be 1 by 3 to the power. Since infinite are there, so I will put infinite over here, whole upon 1 minus 1 by 3. Now, guys, what will happen? If I am calculating like 1 by 3 is to the power 1, it will be 1 by 3. If I am calculating 1 by 3 power 2, it will be 1 by 9. If I calculate 1 by 3 cube, it will be 1 by 27. 1 by 3 is to the power 4, 1 by 81. So you will say as the value of power is getting increased, the value of r is to the power n is getting decreased. Are bolo yes or no, students? So 1 upon 3 is to the power 5 will be what, guys? So it will be 1 upon 2 is to the power 43. So as the power is getting increased, the value of r is to the power n is getting decreased. So up to infinite terms, it will decrease up to what, guys? Okay, you can, it will decrease up to what, guys? 0. That's why, guys, my sum will become 3 into 1 minus 0 upon 1 minus 1 by 3. I think you can calculate this now. 3 upon 2 by 3. So 4.5 will be the sum of the infinite terms of this series. Are you getting this, bole wale phono? Are you getting this, students? Like sum of infinite terms of this series will be 4.5. So I think you have come to know if r is between, if r is where, guys? If r is between, r is mod of r is less than 1, then r is to the power n, and n is infinite, guys, and n is infinite, then r is to the power n will tend to 0. That's why sum of infinite terms will be a into 1 minus r is to the power n, 1 minus 0 upon 1 minus r. So this is the sum of infinite terms, guys. That is nothing but a upon 1 minus r, a upon 1 minus r. So I think you have written this, guys. You have written this. Let's have a gate question, guys. A gate question of 1 mark only in the EC branch of 2018, guys. What is the value of 1 plus 1 by 4, 1 by 16, 1 by 64 plus 1 by 26 and so on. So here, guys, you will observe the first term 1, and if I divide this by 4, it will become 1 by 4. If I divide this by 4, it will become 1 by 16. If I divide this by 4, it will become 1 by 64. It means each and every term is getting divided by 4. It means each and every term is getting multiplied by 1 by 4. If each and every term is getting multiplied by 1 by 4 so that the same number, it means it is a GP. Are student, is this clear? it is a GP. If A equal to 1, the first term is 1 guys, and R is what guys? R is 1 by 4, and the sum of infinite terms is nothing but A upon 1 minus R. So my correct answer should be 1 upon 1 minus 4. So here 1 upon 3 by 4 will become 4 by 3. 4 by 3 is the correct answer for this question. I think it was a gifted question guys. The paper of EC 20 students was only of 99 marks because 1 marks was very easy. It can be scored in less than 10 or 20 seconds. Okay. So I hope each and everything is clear guys. Let's move to the next question or even next concept guys. Thank you.